Most people spend 5 years trying to learn English and still cannot say what they want to say. You only needed 521 words. Nobody told you that. Alex, can I tell you something that is going to sound a little crazy?
Oh no. Last time you said that, you told me pineapple goes on pizza.
Okay, this is better than that. So, you know how most people think learning English takes years and years, right? Like, you need to study grammar, buy big books, go to school, learn thousands of words.
Yeah, that is what everyone says. I mean, I'm going through the same thing right now with French. It feels like there's always more to learn, always one more rule, one more word, one more exception to the rule.
Right, and it never ends. But what if I told you that you can have a real conversation in English, a real one, with just 521 words?
Wait, 521? That is a very specific number.
It is, and it is not something I made up. There's something called Basic English. A man named Charles K. Ogden, he was British, he came up with this idea back in the 1930s. He looked at the English language and asked a simple question. What are the most important words, the words people use every single day? And he found that 851 words can cover most things a person needs to say. But if you take just the core of that, the most used, most important words, you get down to around 521.
Okay, I have to say, as someone learning French right now, that number makes me feel a lot better about English. Because in French, I feel like I need to know 1 million words just to order a coffee.
Exactly. And that's the problem, right? People think language is about knowing everything, but it's not. It's about knowing enough. And 521 words? That is enough to start.
So what kind of words are we talking about? Like big words, small words?
Small words, simple words, words like go, come, get, make, see, know, think, feel, want, need, have, give, take, put, say, ask, tell, help, work, play. Words like good, bad, big, small, hot, cold, happy, sad, new, old. Words like I, you, he, she, we, they, it, here, there, now, today. Always, never, sometimes.
Those are all words I already know.
Yes, and that's the point. Most people who are learning English, they already know more than they think. The problem is not that they don't know enough words. The problem is that they're waiting until they know everything before they start speaking.
Oh, that is so true. I do that with French. I always say to myself, I will speak when I am ready. But ready never comes.
And that's the trap. That's the trap so many learners fall into. You wait, and while you wait, you don't practice, and because you don't practice, you don't get better, and because you don't get better, you keep waiting.
It's a circle, a bad circle.
Exactly. So today, we want to break that circle. We want to show that you do not need to wait, you do not need a teacher, you do not need a grammar book, you do not need years. You need 521 words and the courage to use them.
Okay, so Emma, can we talk about grammar for a second? Because I think that is the thing that scares people the most. It scared me with French. Present tense, past tense, future tense, subjunctive, all of it.
Yes, and grammar is important, sure. But let me ask you something. When a baby learns to talk, does the baby study grammar first?
No. A baby just hears things and then starts to copy.
Right. A baby does not open a book and say, okay, today I will learn the past perfect tense. A baby listens, a baby repeats, a baby makes mistakes, and over time, the baby gets it because the baby is living inside the language every day.
So you are saying we should learn like babies?
Kind of, yes. Not exactly like babies because we are adults and we're smarter than babies, in some ways. We can understand patterns faster. But the idea is the same. Listen first, speak second, and do not be afraid to make mistakes.
I like that. Because honestly, when I'm in France, the thing that stops me from speaking French is not that I do not know the words. It is that I'm afraid to say the wrong thing. I'm afraid someone will laugh at me or not understand me.
And does that ever happen?
Sometimes, but mostly people are really nice. They see that I'm trying and they help me. Or they just understand anyway, even if my grammar is not perfect.
That is the thing, right? Communication is not about being perfect. Communication is about being understood. If I say, I go to store yesterday, that is not perfect English, but you understand me, yes?
Yes, totally.
So it works. The message gets there. Maybe later, after I feel comfortable, I will learn to say, I went to the store yesterday. But in the beginning, the most important thing is just to speak, just to try.
I think a lot of learners need to hear that because school teaches us that mistakes are bad. You make a mistake in school, you get a red mark on your paper. So we grow up thinking mistakes equal failure.
But in language learning, mistakes are the lesson. Every time you say something wrong and someone corrects you, or you hear the right way later, that sticks. It stays in your memory much better than reading a rule in a book.
It's funny. The French words I remember best are the ones I said wrong first. One time I tried to say I'm excited in French, but I used the wrong word and it meant something very different and very embarrassing.
Oh, no.
Oh yes, but I will never forget the right word now. Never.
See, that mistake taught you more than a whole page of grammar notes. Okay, so let us make this real. Let us show people what 521 words actually looks like in a real conversation. Alex, let us say you are new to English. You just arrived in an English-speaking country. What do you need to say on your first day?
Okay, I need to find a place to eat. I need to ask where something is. I need to say hello, thank you, please. I need to ask how much something costs.
Okay, great. So let us do it. Only simple words. You are a new English learner. You walk into a restaurant. What do you say?
Hello, one person, please. Thank you.
Perfect. 3 words in the first sentence. 1 sentence. That is enough. You are in. You have a table. Now the person gives you a menu. You do not know some of the words on the menu. What do you do?
Sorry, what is this?
4 words. You asked a question. The person explains. Maybe you still do not understand. What do you say?
Sorry, I do not understand. Can you say it again, please?
8 words, simple words, all 521 level words, and you got what you needed. Now let us say you want to pay. What do you say?
Can I have the bill, please?
6 words. Done. You just had your first restaurant experience in English using maybe 20 words total.
Okay, I have to say, that actually feels good. That feels doable.
Because it is doable. People make English sound like climbing a mountain, but sometimes it is just steps, small steps, 1 word at a time.
And the thing is, every time you do one of those small steps, you get a little more confident. And confidence is, I think, the biggest thing. Bigger than vocabulary, bigger than grammar.
100%. I remember when I first started learning Spanish, my Spanish was terrible, honestly, but I went to a market in Mexico and I just tried. I said, ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? And the woman answered me and I understood her and I felt like I had just won something. It was such a small thing, but it felt so big.
Yes, that feeling, that one small win, it changes everything.
And that is what we want for every person listening to this right now. We want you to have that small win today, not in 6 months, not after a grammar course, today.
Let us talk about something that might make some teachers a little nervous.
Uh-oh. What?
You do not need a teacher to learn English.
Okay. I mean, teachers are great. Good teachers are wonderful. But no, you do not need one, especially not at the start.
Right. And I say this as someone who tried to learn French in a classroom first. I took French classes in high school. 2 years of French classes.
And
And I went to France, and I could not say one real sentence. Not one. I could tell you the word for pencil in French, but I could not have a real conversation.
Because in class you learned about the language, but you did not live in the language.
Exactly. There is a big difference between knowing about something and actually doing it. You can read every book about swimming, but until you get in the water, you cannot swim.
And language is the same. The only way to learn to speak is to speak. The only way to learn to listen is to listen. And you can do both of those things for free right now, today, without a teacher, without a classroom, without paying anything.
So, how? What does that look like?
Okay, so here are some simple ways. First, listen. Listen to English every day. It does not have to be long. Even 10 minutes a day is good. Listen to a podcast like this one. Listen to a simple show. Listen to music. Your ears are learning even when you do not think they are.
It's like your brain is working in the background.
Yes, exactly. And the more you hear the same words again and again, the more natural they feel. They stop being foreign words. They start being just words.
That happened to me with French. There's a French song I really like, and I listen to it maybe 100 times. And now, when I hear some of those words in other places, I know them immediately because I heard them so many times in the song.
Music is so powerful for language learning because music has rhythm, and rhythm helps your brain hold on to words. Have you ever noticed that you can remember every word of a song you heard 10 years ago, but you cannot remember what you had for breakfast?
Yes, that is so true.
That is because music puts words into a part of your memory that holds on tight. So if you can find English songs you like, listen to them. Read the words if you can, and you'll learn without even trying.
Okay, so listening is one way. What else?
Talk to yourself.
What?
I'm serious. This sounds strange, but it works. When you're at home, alone, just talk in English. Say what you are doing. I am making coffee. The coffee is hot. I like coffee. It's simple. It's a little funny, but it makes speaking feel less scary because there is no one to judge you.
Oh, I actually do this with French sometimes. I walk around my apartment and I just narrate my life in French like I'm in a movie.
Perfect. You are your own teacher. You are your own classroom.
And the thing is, when you do that, you notice what you don't know. You try to say something and you realize, wait, I don't know that word. And now you look it up, and now you have a reason to learn it. You needed it, so it sticks.
Yes. That is so much more powerful than learning a list of words from a book, because those words on a list, they're not connected to anything real. But when you need a word to say something you actually want to say, that word stays with you.
Okay, Emma, let us talk about the real enemy, the thing that stops more people from speaking English than anything else.
Fear.
Fear, yes. Fear of making mistakes, fear of not being understood, fear of sounding silly, fear that people will think you are not smart because your English is not perfect.
And I want to say something important about that fear, because it is real. It is not just in your head. It is something almost every learner feels. I felt it with Spanish. You feel it with French. Everyone feels it.
But here's the thing. The fear does not go away if you wait. The fear only goes away if you do it afraid.
See that again.
Do it afraid. Speak even when you are scared, because the only thing that kills fear is action. Every time you speak, even badly, even with mistakes, the fear gets a little smaller and your confidence gets a little bigger.
And can I add something to that? When you are learning a language and you speak to someone and they see you are trying, most people want to help you. Most people are kind. Most people feel happy that you're making the effort to speak their language.
That is so true. When someone speaks to me in bad English, but they are really trying, I feel nothing but respect for that person. I think, wow, this person is brave. I could never just start speaking a new language like that.
Right, and that is how people feel about you when you try. They are not judging your grammar. They are thinking, this person is working hard. This person is brave.
So if you are listening to us right now and you are afraid to speak English, I want you to hear this. The people you're afraid of, they are not thinking what you think they are thinking. They are on your side.
And even if someone is not kind, even if someone is impatient or hard to talk to, that is one person, one moment. It says nothing about you. You keep going, you try again, because the next person will be better.
Language learning is a long game. You will have bad days. You will have moments where you want to give up. But you will also have moments that feel amazing. And those moments, they make everything worth it.
Okay, so we want to leave you with something practical. Not just big ideas, but a real plan. Something simple you can start today. Alex, do you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, here is my suggestion. Find 10 words today. Just 10. Not hard words, easy words. Words from the 5-2-1. Words like want, need, have, like, go, come, see, feel, know, think. Write them on a small piece of paper. Put that paper somewhere you look every day and just look at them. Say them out loud. Use them in a small sentence in your head.
I love that. Small, simple, no pressure. And mine, listen to one thing in English today. One thing. It can be 5 minutes long. It can be a song. It can be a short video. It can be this podcast. But listen to real English, spoken by real people, in a real conversation. Not slow teacher English, real English. And just let it wash over you. You do not have to understand everything. Just get used to the sound of it.
And the third thing, and this is maybe the hardest but the most important, say one thing in English today. One real thing. Out loud, to yourself, to a friend, to a stranger online. Just one real sentence in English. It can be, I am happy today. It can be, I want to learn English. It can be, I am trying, and that is enough.
Because that is the truth, right? You are trying, and that is enough to start.
You do not need to be perfect. You do not need 5 years. You do not need a teacher or a book or a grammar rule. You need 521 words and one small step. Just one.
And we are here every week to take those steps with you, in simple English, in real conversation, just two people talking, like friends.
Like you and me, talking right now.
Exactly. You are already doing it. You are already listening to English. You are already learning. You just took the first step.
And that first step, that is everything.
Thank you so much for listening to Fluent English Podcast.
If this helped you today, share it with one friend who is learning English, because learning is better when you do it with someone.
See you next time. Keep going. You are doing great.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.